Guys, welcome to our Epic Universe vlog. This one is going to be slightly different from the vlogs that we've uploaded previously, purely and simply because my GoPro decided not to record any sound on this day. However, we still have the footage, so we can do a voiceover, talk you through our day at Epic Universe, everything we loved about it, everything that Max gave a 10 out of 10 to, and we'll just show you around all the sites. Any questions, anything that you want to ask us, please do ask in the comments. And also a massive thanks to everybody who has subscribed to our channel. We didn't think anybody would take an interest or want to watch us on our family adventure. So just a massive thank you to you all. So this is us coming up on the entrance for Epic. When you walk through this entrance, you kind of get a real sense of the scale and the size of this park. It's just massive. And it's just so well done. Everything's themed so well. Everything just looks amazing. We were going to Super Nintendo Land first, so we popped into a shop to grab Max a power-up band. I'll tell you a bit about those later on in the video. There's Max's power-up band there. He absolutely loved it. Some of the merch that we could see inside Super Nintendo Land. Got plenty of Mario stuff, as you would expect. Donkey Kong, Luigi, some cool looking t-shirts, lounge flies, banana bum bags or fanny packs, whatever you want to call them. Just honestly, such a good shop. You could spend an absolute fortune in here, and thankfully we didn't. So Max's power-up band, basically what happens is you can pick any number of characters, Luigi, Mario, Princess Peach, Toad, etc. All your favourite Mario characters are there. You put the band on your wrist, connect it to your Universal app, and then you can start collecting coins, doing the missions that are inside Super Nintendo Land. This part here, going into the portal itself, you go up through one of the tubes. It's amazing. It makes the sound that you make when you go through one of those tubes in the Mario game. You come into Princess Peach's castle and you walk out into Mario Land. Honestly, this is just breathtaking. When you walk through here, you actually feel like you've walked into a Mario game. Everything about it is perfect. Apart from how busy it was. It was so busy. As you would expect, it's a brand new park, so we can't really complain about that. Even though I have, but it was honestly just spectacular. Everything about the park was amazing. I just loved it. I loved it, and you'll see more later on when we come back at night to see it. Mario and Luigi themselves down there, you can get your picture taken with them. You've got Toadstool Cafe, and you've got the Yoshi ride up there, which we decided to wait a 60-minute queue to ride. So this is Max using his power-up band. As you can see, you just tap your band on each of the blocks. You can do it on the blocks or the question marks, and you will start collecting coins. You collect coins for the team on the app. Obviously, the more people collect coins, the better it is for the team. There's also lots of different badges and things that you can collect on them, and you do that by competing in the games. So there's challenges and different things that you can do around the land. This one in particular here is to collect coins. You have to match all 4 to get extra coins. You can match 2, and you'll see in a second how many Max gets. Two, and you can see there he got some coins for doing that. This is just having a wee look at the land as an overall, taking a walk down the stairs towards where Mario and Luigi were. You can see all the scenery. You've got the piranha plants, you've got, Yoshi's riding around the place, you've got mushrooms going back and forward. It is honestly just spectacular. We absolutely loved it. Max again finding more coins to collect. He was loving life everywhere we went, tapping his wrist off these, collecting coins for his Mario team. And everybody was at it as well. It was just honestly crazy. This is a queue inside Yoshi's Adventure. Like I say, we waited 60 minutes on this. Would I wait 60 minutes in again? No. It is a decent ride. Max gave it a 10 out of 10. You basically just go around in a little Yoshi. You have 3 eggs in front of you. When you spot the eggs, you tap the button. Once you've collected all the eggs, you then get a golden egg, which is attached to your power-up band. So in this case, Max's power-up band, and that collects the golden egg sticker for Yoshi's Adventure. a decent wee kids ride. I wouldn't wait an awful long time in it. We just thought we would wait because it was one of the shortest queues in Mario Land when we arrived. I forgot to mention that we did arrive around 10 o'clock in the morning, so it was round about an hour after the opening of the actual park itself. Also, some of the boxes, as you can see, Max having to be lifted up to tap these ones, are not all made for kids, so you might have to give your kids a helping hand to collect some of the coins. This is us taking a walk through into Donkey Kong Land. This was stunning, honestly, just such an amazing looking area. It was just, everything was just, it looked perfect. The only thing I would say about it was really, really small. You'll see here in a wee second, we've got a bit of the Donkey Kong coaster. We never get a chance to go on it. The queue time for it was on average about 300 minutes all day. And it wasn't one on top of our list, so we were quite happy to leave it and see if we could go on it later on in the day. It kept on breaking down as well, so it just added to the queue time. But yeah, it looked really cool, and it just gives an excuse to come back. This here is Bowser's Castle. That's where the Mario Kart is. We went on that later on in the day. Max collecting more coins and these POW blocks. Also on these blocks, you can also hit the bricks as well. So just like the game, not only do the question marks give you coins, but also if you hit the bricks, there you go, Max is hitting them now, you'll collect coins from them as well. It's a kind of mini game, this part as well. You can tap your band off of the blocks. You do it in a sequence in an order, and what happens is it plays like a wee famous Mario jingle back to you once you've done it in the correct order. And you also collect a kind of special badge for that on your app by doing it with your band. And this is us leaving Mario Land. So same on the way out, you get the green flashing lights as you come out, and it plays that kind of wee tune that you get when you do exit or enter a pipe in Mario Land in the game. So this is us just walking through the kind of Celestial Park area. Very front of the park as we made our way around to the Isle of Berk. Again, you can see how kind of quiet it looks out in this kind of area here. So it's inside the lands is where you're going to find most of the crowds. Probably to be expected, but this kind of quietness, it felt really odd. You kind of thought, oh, we'll go to this land and it'll be quite quiet here, but you end up walking through the portal itself and then you just walk into crowds. Walking through here was amazing. How to Train Your Dragon is probably up there as one of our favourite movies to watch as a family, so we really, really enjoyed this land, and it's themed again just so well. I know a lot of people that I've seen in vlogs have said that the Isle of Berk is probably one of the best themed lands inside Epic, and I tend to agree with them. It just looked absolutely stunning. Kind of just looked like Berk in real life, so they've done an amazing job. You can see Hiccup's wing gliders there as well. It was on top of our list to go on that, but the queue time for this was ridiculous, and Max really, really wanted to do the fire drill instead. We've got some of the dragons that from the film. There's a few of these round about. They're all kind of looking down on you. It's really cool. Max getting wet. A hot day. So this is fire drill, pick a side, rough nut or tough nut. And this was me after the ride, so I just kind of showing you exactly how wet I got. Absolutely soaked. We thought we'd done really well in this, so you have to hit targets using like your spray gun. And we were hitting all the targets, but every time we hit a target, we get absolutely soaked. So I think it's a kind of, I want to say a kind of rough nut, tough nut practical joke that the better you do, the wetter you'll get. So more dragons. And there's Rough Nut and Tough Nut themselves. This is really cool about the park as well, just having the characters wander around as well and just talk to you, rather than you having to wait in queues to meet them, apart from obviously if you want to meet Toothless, which we did right now. This queue was about 80 minutes for this, but Max is a massive fan, so we're not going to miss out on doing something like this when we go here. So we waited in the queue for meeting Toothless. When we got to the front of the queue, we get really, really lucky because Astrid and Stormfly came out just as we hit the front. So we actually managed to get our picture taken with both dragons and characters, which was really cool. You'll see that when it comes up here. So there's Stormfly and Astrid. And for the whole queue time, we hadn't seen any other dragon out. It was purely Toothless, which is just behind where Starfly's standing. So we just get really lucky, and I guess it's just down to the heat and whether the folk can come out dressed as a dragon and how hot it will be. So we just get really lucky, and it was amazing. It's a real shame that we hadn't, when I say we hadn't, that the GoPro had broken this day, because we had really good conversations with Astrid here. She came over, she was really friendly, she was really cool with Max. She described this as the first time you've ever met a dragon, where to touch him, what to do. It was really, really interactive, and we just loved it. So that was her asking if it was the first time we'd seen or met a dragon before, and also that the dragon was really attracted to my camera and wanted to eat it. So like I say, just really interactive, asking Max his name. Just, again, just a great experience for him, and obviously getting to meet his first dragon. He was over the moon. She was asking about his Mario band, and she obviously pretending she doesn't know anything about Mario, which is that's really cool that you've got your initial of your name on your wrist. This is us meeting the main dragon himself. So again, just really interactive. We just missed out on Hiccup. They just changed over characters just before we got to meet Toothless, but all the Vikings in here were really nice, really friendly, great with the kids, and again, just asking, you know, is this the first time you've ever met a dragon? They asked Max if the first time he'd met a dragon. He said no, because he'd just met Stormfly, which is technically true. So he was saying how much of an expert he must be with dragons now that he's already met one. Just like the movie, place your hand right on his nose, and that's how you make your connection with the dragon itself. This was such a cool experience. I did say it was an 80-minute wait. I would well recommend doing it. It was so good, just felt so immersive. And like I say, the characters and everything, just really, really nice. And obviously you get to meet Toothless. So that was Stardust Racers. I did a single rider on that. I waited about 40 minutes, and it is an incredible roller coaster. If you like Velocicoaster, you'll love this. Very similar, not quite as intense and twisty as Velocicoaster, but it is an amazing roller coaster, so go on it. This is what we had for our lunch. So I had a chicken salad. It came with little crispy clouds. Kaylee had the fish and chips with a kind of wasabi tartar sauce, and Max gone for a burger and chips. Food was pretty decent. Not any complaints from us. Wasn't the best, but pretty tasty. And then we go into the Wizarding World. straight into Paris. This again, just walking through this portal, and then when you come round the corner and you see the Arc de Triomphe, similar style building, it just blows you away, really. Incredible sight. You just kind of feel like you're walking straight into Paris. I just found this park so amazing, how they managed to make you feel as if you were actually walking into different movies. It just felt like you were walking, like I say, through Paris as soon as you went in here. You had all your side street cafes. It just felt very kind of Parisian. It was just really, really well done. And you wouldn't think that you were in the middle of a theme park. Just again, incredible theming. We did plan on going to the circus show. The wait time for it was ridiculous. They were pretty much waiting in a queue for the next showing, which was in like an hour's time. So we were like, we're not going to wait in that. We'll just continue on round and try our luck going on the Battle of the Ministry. And I'm thankful we did take our chance doing that, because when we get round to the Battle of the Ministry, the queue time was only 60 minutes. Which I believe is quite unusual for the Battle of the Ministry. Just showing you all the wee streets of Paris here. Great, so this is us coming up here on the metro through system. I don't know whether there had been a breakdown or something, but like I say, it did say it was a 60-minute wait, so we decided to jump at the chance. We didn't think we'd get a chance to ride this, because again, it was one of those rides that just seemed to have long wait times every time we checked. So we dived on here. There was no queue going outside. We pretty much walked all the way straight through into the ministry itself. Unfortunately, the metro flow system wasn't working right, so we didn't get that plume of smoke that came up. So that was the only thing we'd missed out on, sadly. I was kind of waiting for it to happen here, nothing happened. So it was a bit of a disappointment. So you walk through here into the ministry itself. Keep on saying it, but the theming in here just blows you away. You walk through, you just feel like you've walked straight into the movie itself. And this is the queue. You can see people just walking down towards it. The queue continues on inside here, all the way around to the ride. Said a 60-minute wait time. We reckon we only waited 40 minutes. The theming inside the queues as well, just in this new park and just in Universal in general, I think are always really, really good. I think even when you're waiting a long time, there's always lots to see and do in the queues, which kind of generally makes it feel a little bit quicker. This queue was no exception, just all the kind of usual Harry Potter stuff, moving pictures, lots to see. It was really good. The ride itself, phenomenal. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Kaylee did too. Max didn't go on it. It's not his type of ride. He doesn't like kind of those moving simulator style ones. Best way to describe it, if you've been on Spider-Man or Transformers, it's a bit like that without the 3D, but it more than makes up with it with the definition of the screens themselves, because it's more like you're kind of, I don't want to say it's the same as the Bourne Stuntacular kind of screen, but it's very, very similar. So definitely a great ride. This was us going on the Mario Kart ride, so straight into Bowser's Castle. Just showing you my head here, or my hat on backwards, and my wet t-shirt. It was pouring with rain when we came out of Harry Potter, so that's why we didn't film too much. This is just inside the queue for the Mario Kart ride. Now, the Mario Kart ride was amazing. We all loved it. 10 out of 10. It was just a great ride. Lots of people said that it wasn't that great. I'm going to say they don't know what they're talking about. It's basically a kind of shooting game where you have to use your head to aim with the kind of 3D visor that you're wearing that projects images onto your screen. It was just a phenomenal ride. Max will tell you it's a 10 out of 10. So this was us coming out of Mario Kart, pouring with rain. This is Max doing Bowser's Baby Bowser's mini game. There's keys to collect in this land. There's 3 different keys. I'll show you where they are here. And the 3 mini games that you can do to collect these keys. You don't need to do all 3. You can actually do the same game 3 times to collect the key. Once you've collected your key, it then unlocks Baby Bowser's castle. So you scan your band and it goes green, lets you in, and you're not allowed to film inside Baby Bowser's castle at the end part because it's a special mini game where you effectively take part as Mario. You can shrink, you can grow, you can get the leaf to get the flower to get the fire plant, and you can throw them using your hands that comes out of your shadow. It was just amazing. We spent a long time in Mario Land at night. The park just looked amazing. We absolutely loved it. Please, please, please just spend time in there doing all the mini games. Look on your app, see what there is to do, collect all the badges, the stickers, try and collect as many coins as you can for your team. You'll absolutely love it. It just felt like being part of a Mario game, honestly. Max just had an absolute ball. This is just the Celestial Park at night. When we're walking out, the park lights up different colours. We decided to go into Monsters Land to see it at night. I'm not overly massive in the kind of Monsters type movies. We thought if we do come to this land, we'll come at night because that would probably be when it's the most spectacular time to see it. So straight into Dartmoor, and the land itself was incredible. They had obviously the kind of smoky ground, just looked really quite dark and scary. Max was scared. I decided to have a go on Monsters Unchained. Met a guy earlier on in the day when I was in Stardust Racers in the queue, told me it was terrifying. I'm not a big scary person. I don't really like scary movies. And tell you what, it is a pretty scary ride. There's some jump scares in it. One probably not for the kids. Things jump out at you. And this was us just heading back out the park. We decided to jump back into the Mario store to see some more of the merch, decide if we wanted to get anything else. Max got himself a plushie. So it's the question mark, and it's actually a reversible kind of style thing. When I say reversible, it's got a zip on it, turns inside out, and it turns into the invincibility star. So that was our day at Epic Universe, and we just had the best time. We felt really sad leaving the park. It's one of those kind of magical days that you have. Max had so much fun in Mario Land. We all just had so much fun. It was just honestly the best day. Go and do Epic. If you're going to Orlando this summer, go and do Epic. You'll absolutely love it. But thanks very much for joining us on our day here in Epic Universe. Really sorry we didn't have any sound, and I've had to do this shonky voiceover. So I hope you've stayed and enjoyed it. And continue watching our vlogs if you're enjoying them. Please do like, subscribe. It means the world to us. It means that we know you're enjoying it. So again, just thanks very much.